Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian.
And I'm Diego.
And we are back for more Noragami Aragoto. So, last episode, what happened? So, what's her name? I just blanked. Bisha, she's wearing full-blown armor right now.
That's right.
She went in to get Yato, yeah. She wanted to go help him out. Yeah. Her and Izanami, what's her name? Right?
Yeah, Izanami.
Izanami, they're going at it right now. She's literally just trying to buy time. She's not expecting to win. Before, Hiyori and Yukine ran into Kuga, so that was a surprise. I don't know whether he's done because it literally just Yukine bashed him into a tree and then they just left. I mean, it was a pretty hard blow, so I think he was out for the count at least for that moment. So I don't know if he's gonna show up again. Ebisu told Hiyori and them, you can help your friend Yato, but we need a human. So I don't know if he needs her phantom form or yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly because I mean, they said a human can't go through, but I don't know if he knows about I don't think he knows about her being, having a phantom form or something. What was it? Koku, she also kind of was saying that if Yukine was wanting to go down, then she was suggesting to him, or basically she was saying the only way you can go down there is if you were to become a Nora, so that you could go with somebody else instead. But Bisha took care of that. She's like, no, I got this, and that's when she went down. They mentioned whenever. What's his name? Ebisu was kind of looking back at when he was younger and talking to his exemplar dude. When he was reading the story about who one of his past lives, his parents was Izanami. They also name dropped the other guy. What's his name? The dad. Yeah, him. They mentioned those were his parents. There wasn't really there was nothing else other than that. It was just the quick nod to their names. I don't know if Izanagi, if he's gonna take a part in this. I think we said this in the last episode or the episode before that maybe the dad, or not the dad, maybe the guy that Nora calls, father. Yeah, the one known as father, might. That was just a tinfoil theory that he could be this Izanagi, just because I mean, why? What's the reason why they keep him a mystery and whatnot? So it's possible, but very far fetched. But who knows? Yeah, that is pretty much everything. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next episode.
Everything they worked so hard for. Well, not everything, but like all the effort they put into it so far, and it would just kind of go to waste in a way if they were able to get what they wanted at the end.
Crap happens, dude.
I know. It's just frustrating.
They cut it off there for a reason. I mean, last time we something like that, Yukine became a blessed vessel. So I don't know, man. Maybe the brush has become a blessed locution brush. I'm calling it here. So he's gonna make a freaking mecha phantom, and then he's gonna fight it. That'd be cool. But okay, so I was a little worried that Yato was gonna die there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even though the only thing that was keeping me from solidifying that thought was they went through the whole thing of Hiyori calling his real name. I mean, they still could have done it, but I'm just I don't know. I wasn't 100% sure. I wasn't sure if they were gonna block it, or I don't know. I wasn't expecting them, I guess, cut through the freaking spirit bomb they were sending down to Earth.
Yeah.
But no, he cut through it, and then it just and then he cut
if it was
pacification ring in pieces, which is crazy.
How was it still able to work if he basically destroyed the spell?
Basically? No, they made a different one. They made a much smaller one. It was more precise. Because the one they had was in the sky.
Okay, I didn't know that was basically supposed to be the same. I thought it was.
Because I think there was one dude who was doing it, and he was just focusing on Ebisu because it was much smaller.
Okay.
It was around him, it was a good area, but it wasn't nearly as big as it was. It was 2-3 arm lengths around him. So that's about it. I don't know how he's gonna get out of that though. I'm trying to think. I don't want somebody to die for him, but I don't want him to die either. So I'm trying to think, maybe what would be crazy is if Izanami just shows up. He's like, "Yo, man, that's my son." Or maybe she won't say that, but I don't know. Maybe something will happen, or what's his name? The dad or father. I don't know if his name is Izanagi, but what if he shows up and he's like, "I needed this man," or whatever, and then his turns out. I mean, hold up. Well, he did send Yato after him, So like
It
maybe
seems he needs him for something, so
Yeah,
he might try to come after him.
he might
just so he
also
can get his pieces back.
care for him because maybe like again, it's very tinfoil. But I'm grasping at stuff here. Like maybe it's his dad. Maybe he's Izanagi, and then just like I wanted you to get him to help him get this brush so he can stop killing himself. He's getting tired of getting his butt going down there, or not going there, but him dying, and basically having to restart everything. So I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know exactly what he's. I mean, it could just be another evil plot. Maybe it's both. Maybe he's like, I care for you, and also I need your freaking help to take over the world. I don't know. Just a random plan that I'm just filling in the blank with right now.
Yeah.
Or it's just strictly just like, yeah, I have no relation to him. I'm not Izanagi. I just need this dude. But yeah, maybe that's how he doesn't die. I don't know, because I don't see them after all that. Like in this show, in this kind of a show, or like just in the shows in general, they don't usually like put them through all that effort for it to just go to waste. Sometimes they do, but not all the time. It's not common. So I don't know how, because it's like right freaking underneath them, so it's not not much room for him to just like get out of the way, especially since he's like frozen in shock and surprise and all that stuff. So
I also thought he just looked exhausted. Like when they said get out of the way, he just looked like so tired by that point. Like he's like, I can still fight. I was like, no, you're going to drop on the ground in like a couple seconds if it weren't for like.
It was that, but yeah, it was probably that, and then also just like the mixture of just like, huh. Well, this sucks. It's like, this is it, eh?
Like, what was it that they sentenced him to exactly? It was like binding his.
Yeah, it was the what's it called? The Shrine of Passing, I think is what they said it was.
Yeah, was it bind himself or bind his soul or something?
I don't know.
To the Shrine of Passing.
I mean, they were fucking trying to destroy him, so I guess maybe like when they destroyed him, they'd probably like get his resurrected self and maybe put him in there or something.
Maybe.
Or I don't know.
I mean, if that's what they were trying to do, like, because I could see that, like, if you can't.
Because I mean, where do they
kill a god like that?
Do they resurrect at their shrine?
Maybe.
Because I don't remember. I think they mentioned Bisha. I think because when Kuha was talking about killing Bisha, I think he mentioned her resurrecting at her shrine. I don't remember.
He just mentioned resurrecting her. I don't like. She might just resurrect at her shrine. She might not. Like.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever really said anything specific.
But I think they like showed an image of her coming back at the shrine.
I remember seeing like her coming back, but it was just like the small child on like a small little like throne or something. So that wasn't. I don't think that's necessarily her shrine. That was just maybe.
I don't know what his like focus what their focus point would be to resurrect to if they just like show up some random spot. But yeah, I guess they're gonna. That's maybe that like because that's the only reason I'm wondering that because like how like why they want to take them to this shrine of passing, but then they're trying to kill him right now. So I don't know. Maybe what they're doing. I don't know. So yeah, those aren't Sentinel. Those are all just gods. Those were the gods that were at the soliloquy.
Yeah, I guess so. So it seems like it seems if they do stuff like that, they keep their faces
covered.
Shrouded.
So whoever. Yeah, the ones that do the killing, you don't know the face. So it's kind of like the whole executioner thing. Like you don't know the face of the guy killing you, or they don't know the guy. The watchers don't know the face of the guy doing the executioning. Yeah. So Yato's name his real name is Yabuko. Yabuku. That's it. Almost jinxed. Never mind. Yeah. So I don't, because she made that before she did any research, didn't she?
I think. I don't know.
So I'm wondering, like, did she
I think she made it like a little after she learned that he wanted a shrine. Like,
yeah.
Not a little after she learned, because I think she knew he wanted a shrine for a bit.
For a while, yeah. But I'm just wondering, like,
at some point she just made it. I think she even mentioned. I think I could be wrong, constructing stuff, but like how she didn't really quite like recall like the whole process. She just knew that she made it. I think like out of like scraps of wood that her brother had before he like moved.
Wait, you're saying she didn't recall she made what?
I think she described it as kind of like a not exactly a fugue state, but like
when did she? What?
I don't remember.
I think she just said she made it. It's just I don't think she said it wasn't that big a deal. Is what she said.
Oh well.
But maybe she wrote like when she carved the name, she was just, for some reason. Like, she just assumed it was Yato, but then, like, she wasn't thinking about it, like, what it was.
There's some weird connection thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something.
I have no idea.
Because spirits and, like, supernatural stuff is involved, so
well,
they can come up with whatever.
But I'm just curious as to, like, what it is. Like, are they going to explain that? Because next episode is the finale, so I don't know how, like, what, I just want to know what, I'm just curious. I'm glad. I was thinking, like, maybe because she made the shrine and she, like, dubbed it as Yato, like, it would change his name, I guess, in a way. Like,
I kind of thought that too. Like it was gonna be like, oh, I
Your
made
name
this
is
to
Yato.
him. Your name is not Yato now. Like,
Yeah. So I was
but
like,
no,
I was really, I was
Yabuku.
hoping for that. But this works too. But I'm just like,
I'm actually going to look it up and see if there's like an actual god named Yabuku. Like it could be like because I know there are lots of minor gods.
Right.
And it's as far as I'm aware, this like Yabuku is yeah. I don't think he's an actual god. It could just be something made for the show. But
or it could be like very obscure and they just like added to it themselves, kind of a thing. Going more towards the beginning, when it was going back to the Bisha and Izanami fight, like freaking was it Aiha? She got nicked. Like the armor, it cut through the freaking armor, and like it did it more than once too, because like we saw on the legs and we saw like a bunch like markings on her arms too. And I don't know why I didn't think about it that being a possibility. Like that freaking hair is annoying. it not only did it like obviously cut Aiha, but then it like snatched at freaking her neck, and it was like she like said, "Don't move, she'll freaking take your head off." I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that, because I mean I didn't think about that because the whole time she's had to hold the Yato, and the first time she snagged him, or one of the times she snagged him, she grabbed him by the neck and then pulled him back. So I was like, oh, this sucks, but I mean, why not move? And then he's like, he'll take your head off. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Crapola. And then she freaking snags Kazuma. I'm like, no. And that I thought like they were hurting, like they were actually taking chunks out of Bisha, and that's where they kind of cut away. And
I think that was screaming. Yeah, like when we saw it looked like
they were attacking the armor and everything. It was just, somewhere
actually looked like they were like biting her hair and stuff. Like they were like I think they were supposed to be eating it.
Yeah, but
it's just like I'm not sure
because like the one looked like she was about to, like before it cut away.
It looked like she was going to
freaking at her ear.
I
was like, yo. I mean, they probably I don't know how their healing works. Like I know like Blight's thinking like that there's nothing like missing. So I don't know, like Kugaha, like he's not a god, but still, like I wonder if it's different for gods. Like if they lose a limb, can they grow back, or they have to like straight up just be resurrected? Like they live with that until they die, and then they just come back with all their limbs back in order and whatnot. So I was wondering how that was gonna work if they were to like be taking pieces out of her, but luckily that wasn't the case. I guess maybe it was just like it was more like how sometimes their time isn't like exactly how it's showing in the show, like. Basically, just like it cuts and then it comes like it goes to that and then it comes back, but it's basically like right after it cut. Oh. There's not really a time jump between that, so I don't know if that's how it worked or not. But anyway, luckily she's fine. Well, she's not missing anything. And freaking what's it? Kazuma, he's just like, yeah, we're gonna release all your power. Whip. I forgot her name. Did you catch it by chance?
What? No, her name? Okay. I have forgotten it.
Okay, I know they probably say her name, but they don't say her name as much as they say like Aiha and
I guess,
Kudaha.
So, like, was he just able to enhance the whip?
No, because I remember how she said that, or not one of the Regalia is like whenever Kazuma was first, when he was banished, they were like, yeah, he holds us back so that he keeps us in check. Like the giant sword dude, his borderline, he basically would affect the human world because he can't control how much power he lets out. Kazuma basically reels them in, and so what he did, he's like, yeah, he let her loose, essentially. He let her power, the whip, he let her loose to be able to use more. But then he kind of like, I think he more so was like, yeah, I'm going to put more into this, actually. Like, I'm going to exert
dominance.
Yeah.
Like, he has to, believe or something like that he is the dominant Regalia to exert control over
a dragon of thunder, which was cool.
I mean, that's probably like just the dude's like Regalia.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that was really cool.
It's still pretty rad.
He's like
Jesus, they call him like the Thunder Sword or something like that.
Yeah.
And the god seems to be called Takimikazuchi.
But like freaking, she like went up and a whip just grabbed. I know it's like Regalia and stuff in their magic. And
I thought it was like just slicing him. And
well, I think but like maybe it was, but it was just like when it was kind of like going about, it just kind of just the fact that she was able to, like, the whip was able to deflect the lightning shot or like electric strikes, and then she was able to whip the freaking electric dragon himself.
She was able to lick a dragon of electricity.
Yeah, so that was really cool. But it was bleeding. Like, okay, well, I mean, it's not. He's just doing what his master or his god's asking him to do. This sucks. I mean, it's kind of, you can't really help it. You're fighting to protect others, and so just like, sorry, no hard feelings after this. Just know it's your god's fault. So blame him, because they're kind of being. I mean, they're understandably skeptical and I just feel like they're going a little harsh.
I think one I did appreciate was, I think it was like the one who seemed to be like the head of it, Takumi Kazuchi. Like whenever all the gods were like, basically gossiping amongst themselves, he's like, that doesn't matter. What matters is that he broke the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to enforce the rules. So like he didn't seem to like take pleasure in it. He's just, we need to enforce the rules. You've broken the rules. You've caused a mass problems in heaven, which is affecting the world down here. We can't have that.
But if they were to look into it more, he'd see that they're affecting the world in the positive way. He's trying to reel in phantoms, which I just wish. See,
but like the problem,
I understand, like not like taking rumors or what's the word, gossip into consideration and everything, but you should look into it more before you make a decision. I feel like, especially if you're gonna condemn a god to eternal,
whatever.
Death. So keep him from basically resurrecting or living out his eternal life or whatever. I don't know exactly what they're doing.
But I think again, I think all he's just focusing on is that you're messing it up. Like even if in long term it could be good. Right now,
but at the very least, like capture him, arrest him or something, or whatever their equal.
I think it's because they're like the way gods and stuff work, since they're big movers and shakers of reality itself, type of thing. It's like no. If something like this, this starts to happen,
if we hold back, something bad can happen. But I get that. But I mean, putting him away and something that can hold the god. And the thing is, Ebisu isn't as powerful god. Like he's got the locution brush, but like if they're able to, take that from him, if he were to give himself, if here's the thing. What? 1 second. No, but I feel like if they promise to, not kill him, to maybe just take him and put him in whatever it is that could contain him to keep him from getting away, and he willingly will give up the brush, and surrender himself to questioning and whatnot. So I feel like that'd be a little bit. If they make a decision afterwards, then at least they have all the information. Like I would still hate it if they were like, okay, yeah, you were trying to help, but still, we're gonna kill you. Like, that would actually kind of make me more angry, but at the very least, they're not, like, just blindly going about it. Like, I'd be very mixed up about it, but...
I think it's just because they're, like, since God... Like, God
I know.
have the absolute thing, so I think
I know, but I just feel like a lot of times, like, we've seen, like, some of the gods kind of have, like, a camaraderie in a way, and so I feel like the fact that however long Ebisu has been around, like, I know they've had that whole, like, he resurrects a lot. He dies a lot. So, I mean, there's that. But, I mean, I just feel like, one thing, small thing, very small thing, but I thought would have made an argument that probably wouldn't have still been done at all. But when they were like, look, he's opened up a vent. And I was like, actually, that's not true exactly. He opened up a vent, but not this one specifically. This one's all been Koku the whole entire time. Like, he opened one vent, and then since then it's been it's been repeatedly Koku. So, I mean, like, he's innocent of what they're, blaming him for. One thing I thought was interesting, I mean, we saw afterwards anyway that it kind of didn't really seem to matter to them, but they might not have noticed Hiyori, but it's like they're releasing these arrows and that could, kill her. It's like, I mean, I know they're like, it's one human against a god that that they're worried that could hurt the world and hurt other humans, but it's like, but this collateral damage, y'all can't be like, with the powers y'all got, y'all can't be precise and just shoot a volley in like one little focused bit.
You know what? In a way, they were precise at the very end. They got just Ebisu. The very end, they got him. Precise.
They couldn't have done their magic on the arrows. Just like, all right, guys, just shoot your arrows through this little circle, and they'll aim precisely for this one target instead of everywhere else. As well.
They just might not have that magic.
They should.
They should, but they don't.
Considering everything, they have like a heaven beam, a heaven blast.
Actually thinking about it, it was a relatively concentrated stream of arrows. It wasn't like, I think it was just because they were so near Ebisu that because it was just supposed to get him.
It was
and big enough that because if he moves out of the way, he won't be able to dodge all of these arrows. I guess. I guess. I feel like that.
He was very much so just in that one spot. And I get like he could have moved, but they see he's like super weak and can barely move. The only reason he was alive is because the phantoms were protecting him.
Yeah, I know.
So somebody else mentioned, when they were doing the Death Star thing, it was just like you know, they're even bringing the world into this. You know, they're hurt because like they freaking created a giant crater.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's not even like a spiritual crater. You know, it's only affected on the spiritual planet
Yeah,
that
no.
we live on. This is a crater in the freaking Earth, guys. You could have actually created an event. Like I don't understand how it didn't, considering the power of I would assume, considering it's supposed to be a one-hit kill, and then Goku had her fan, which is strong, but it isn't as strong as that thing. So how did that not create a just ginormous vent?
I think it probably has to do with because it seems that the fan's main ability is to create vents.
Yeah, I know.
And even when Ebisu made the vent, he had to concentrate like these thousands. It looked like a phantom.
A bunch of phantoms
to drill a hole.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just physical. It was like because they're phantoms. It's probably like a bit of like spiritual, supernatural energy that goes into it.
But that's spiritual, supernatural energy.
The blast seems to just more eradicate, not necessarily puncture. It probably would create a wide crater, but it feels more along the lines of something like the nuclear option. It will create a giant crater. But I don't think it'll go that deep. It probably just do super wide. I could be wrong.
Fair enough, but still, that. But that could have killed countless people. If they were anywhere else, or if they were in another place that's populated, because this is like on the street where there's nobody. Luckily, no traffic. That could have killed a bunch.
Especially in a place like Japan where the population is super concentrated.
And then they'd be like, the end is near. It's coming. It's today. They were like, oh, because I mean, there's a giant ring in the sky that's just firing, or not really firing, but basically like a raindrop of death onto them.
It seems.
The way it did, it was like, and then the dude slices it, so and then it dropped. Just like, this is it. This is when we all die.
I always enjoy that type of little trope whenever it's like super mega blast thing, and it's like, it's like a small thing. It's like, oh. And then it just destroys everything.
Kind of sort of like Sozin did too.
Kind of, yeah.
It was so much that it was like piercing the air in a way.
Yeah, you heard it screeching because it was just of how hot it was. It was just burning.
It's almost like it's cutting through the molecule here, not just cutting.
It was basically cool. One of those torch things to wield. It was something like that. It was so hot and so fogused. It'll be when it hits, it probably would have made a whoosh.
Did they?
But it was still seemed to be relatively concentrated in a way.
I'm curious about about Yato's real name. Is his name known as this terrible thing that he was doing back in the days? Because he was if they know my name,
I think
they'll hate me for it.
Yeah, it could be maybe in their world it is a known name because since in here it seems in real life. That name doesn't exist as a god.
Right.
So
if it's very obscure that we don't really know anything about it.
But I wouldn't be surprised if he's more well known with his actual name instead of the name that he's taken, because it seems he did that purposefully to make sure that no one really knew what he's done.
But he didn't seem to he wasn't upset about the name itself, which might not be. It might. Even if he did know it, he probably wouldn't hate Yato. But I'm just saying, he didn't seem to acknowledge that. It was just why didn't you tell me about it? Why did you leave? Which is fair. But I'm before he already said anything, can we just later? We're being attacked. But I understand why he did it, because I mean, it's a month, and then he's been worried, and he sees Yato in the States, which is emotions are going everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it's just I'm just wondering what makes him think that they would hate him just of the name? If it seems such an obscure name.
I feel like it's probably something along the lines that he did back at that point.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it was just well known enough. Maybe that name still is obscure in there too. So I'm just maybe not, because considering he's they'd hate me for it. Maybe the name itself means something, and it's just it's easily translated. They know what it means. Not necessarily what he with that name has done, but just what it means exactly, which lends to what he's done. So I don't know, but we'll hopefully find out next episode, because it's the last episode. If it's in the manga, I'm probably gonna have to read it, because I'm just gonna be super curious, and I'm wondering what else is gonna be happening after this stuff. But yeah, okay, that's all I have for this episode though. Jesus.
A lot of things happened.
Yeah, and we ended with another stupid fucking cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Ebisu's very nearly about to die. I don't know how he's gonna get out of this. But we'll see next episode.
Regalia seemed to almost die, and he's like, "Hey, you good?" And he's like, It just barely. I'm gonna live, but just barely. Like, man,
Yeah.
I'm messed up.
Yeah.
If it weren't for Yato, I would be dead.
Well, guys, that's it for this week's episode for Noragami Aragoto. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out more of our stuff, go ahead and check out our channel. If you want to stick around for next episode, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to support us, go ahead and check out our Patreon, where you get access to polls to vote on what shows you want us to react to next, replacements, and early access videos. Link for our Patreon will also be in the description down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next week.
Bye.